let me just tell you about the template thing. Let's see how templates are created on your. Let me open this in a new browser. Okay, that's it. So see, earlier we were having static templates, like Adobe used to provide static template, but somehow those have been deprecated, and Adobe is suggesting everyone who is using AEM to start or to move to editable templates. The main benefit of editable templates is that any change that you make in template. See, firstly, we need to understand template. What is template? So we create a number of pages in AEM, and we know to create pages, we need templates. So without templates, we cannot create page in AEM. And what is templates? Basically, like we have templates in PowerPoint. So we know that, okay, these slides, these 10 or 20 slides we have to create, and all will have some same look and feel. Like maybe some border or some header, footer, or something like that. So instead of designing all that thing on each and every 10 or 20 slides, what we best can do is that use a template, and by selecting that template, all the 20 or whatever number of slides are there will automatically have that look and feel. The same is what we have in AEM as well. So we know we have a number of maybe hundreds of pages on our site, and we know that to style all those, the basically like header and footer would be same on all those pages. So instead of creating or designing those header and footer on each and every page, what best is that you create a template, and by using that template you create pages. So all the pages created by using that template will have that look and feel. Let me firstly show you where the template sits, and then we will create our own template. So if I go to this hammer icon here, inside the general only, you have this template. You can see. So here you would have you can see here you have your folder MaxiCare, and these are the 3 templates that your company is using. By using these, they are ultimately creating pages. So you can see page template MaxiCare, root site MaxiCare, and system pages. So if I go and duplicate this, and if let me open any of your page, like let me go to sites. So let me just try to create a page below this, then I will delete it, or you can delete it. So here you can select any of the template. Let me select this one, or let me select this one, the first one. Let's give it, okay, what happened? Why is it not allowing me to enter any properties? Okay, let's create a page below this device title. And if I create a page, but these are not your templates. Just a minute. Let me, okay, let's do one thing. Below this, let me just create a page directly below this. Okay, then we will delete that. So if I will create a page, oh man, why is it not allowing me to create a page? Okay, then maybe they have put some restriction. Let me use the system page for now. Then I will tell you what is the restriction. Okay, let me use. Okay. Okay. So here what we have is simple container. You can say container parses or responses where we can add any, like, okay, you cannot even add any component. That's okay. So let's firstly see how these templates came up over here. Okay, let me just go back. What all other templates are there? We have Maxi Store content page. Okay. Okay. So if you remember, I told you all the templates, whether it's content fragments or whether it's a template for experience fragment or normal pages, all those are stored below the conf hierarchy. So here we have these three templates, like below, what is a folder? If you can see, it is conf care. So below this, you would have your template. So there would be a settings folder. You can see conf care, then there would be a settings WCM. You can see settings WCM, and there you would have your templates. Where is your template type? Oh man, there should also be another folder with the name, like we have policies template, then there should also be a template type. Let me just check it over here. Okay, you have this cloud. What is this configuration? Collection. See, here we have three templates, policies, and templates type. Why is template type not over here? That is, yeah. Okay, here we have. Let's take this example. But yeah, something is wrong over here. You do not have template type. That is wrong. Okay, I'm not going into solving this, but yeah. So here, if I go inside the Maxi store, you have three folders. You can see template, policy, and template type. Okay. So now the final templates that can be used to create pages, like we just use the system page to create our this test page. Okay. So here we created our this page, test page. If I click over here, it will give me the template information. You can say the template is system page. So this is the template that we use to create our page. Now, where exactly is this template stored is below the templates folder. Remember this, it will always be below the template folder. So if I go below the template, you have the content page. That here the name of this will be, if I go and click over the JCR content, you can see the title is content page. Okay. So here you have this template that is stored over here below the templates. Now, firstly, let me tell you what is the purpose of these three, and then we will go deep inside this. So first is you have template types. So you as a developer, your role will only be creating the template types. So as a developer, you only need to create template types. Then by using this template types, authors or template authors or any type of author can create templates out of it. So what is the difference between templates and template type is? So template types is basically you as a developer create, and it will have, like you as an author, you as a developer want that, okay, any template that will be created by using that template type will have these much of content. I mean this much of template, this much of component, and this component can be placed over here, and this component should be over here. And even you can put a restriction that, okay, this part of the content, this part of the page which is built using a particular component cannot be changed by the template author. So here you as a developer, you will create the template type. So here you can see one of the template type is this empty page. So here, this is the template type that you have created, and by using this template type, what authors do is they create the templates. So here, if you see this, there is inside the Maxi store, you have a template type whose name is empty page. So if I go below the JCL content of it, you can see its title is Maxi Store Empty Page. So if I go over here, if I go over here and let's create a new template, consider I am a template author, then if I will try to create a new template, you can see, okay, it's not over here. Let me just try to see where it will come up. Templates, Maxi Care. Yeah, let's just create a new. Okay, no, this is also not. Maxi Store. Yeah, you can see Maxi Store empty page. So this template type is what you will create, and by using this, a template author can create any type of template that they wanted. And finally, by using that template, pages are being created. So what is there inside this template type is, say you would see you have the initial policy and structure. So every time whenever you have to create a new template type, just copy an existing and make the changes according to your need. So here, like we have this template type whose name is this Maxi Store empty page, and it defines some structure. If you see, it has some structure over here. What it is saying is responsive template. What it is saying is, okay, it is saying some responsive grade, and let me just try to see. Okay, let me firstly try to see one component that I can use. Okay, let me search. Wait for a minute. So I think let me just try to see inside the Maxi store. Or let's try to get something from V-Retail. Some out of box. Let's see if there are. Yeah, I think here I can find some. Yeah, simple title. Okay. Here we have the simple title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a template type, and on that template type, I will use some of the components. Like here, let me just copy this and let me paste it over here. So let me just paste it and let's rename it to Maxi page. Okay, so that's what your project name is. And let's give it some name. So let me close this. Let me give it a name that is Maxi Store. Maxi template type. Okay. So this is what I did. And here, this structure is very important, which basically defines the structure of your template. So inside the structure, what for now it is, it says that the template will only have a responsive grid. You can see it will only have a responsive grid. But here, what I'm going to say is that, so here in this responsive grid, what will happen is that anyone who will create a template type by using this template type will by default get a responsive grid. And there the template author can add any number of components. So what I'm going to say is that along with the responsive grid, I also want some header and footer that will always be a part of my template. So what I'm saying is that for header, let me use header and title both. Let me use the title component just to display that this is my header and this is my footer text. So here, let me just paste. Okay, Okay, what did I paste it? Sorry. Oh, okay, I think I have to. So let me create a node. Let me create a node and let me name it as header. Okay, and whose link type will be this. That is simple title. And let's put it at the top, not below root. Of course, not below root. It will be over here. And let me just copy this and again paste it over here. And let me rename it to footer. And let's just put it over here. Okay. So what I said is that whenever any page will be created by using this template, it will at the top, it will have a title component, and between that, it will be responsive grid where any number of any component can be created, and then at the bottom again a title component. Okay. So if I go over here, let me cancel this. Okay, let me just refresh this. So this is the Maxi store. And if I go to the templates, where is the Maxi store? And if I create, now you can see our new template started appearing over here, the one that we just created. Let me just select this and do next and say new Maxi template. Okay. New Maxi. Okay. Let's open this. So here, if what we did is that we created this new template type, and we also created a template that is new Maxi type template by using this as my template type. So if I go below this templates and if I refresh this, you can see my new Maxi template is created over here, which is created by using my this template type. So if I go over here inside the JSON content, you will see that the template type is this conf maxi store maxi page template that we just created. So now when we will create pages, we can use this as our new template. So in our new template that we have, it's still in the draft state. That is okay. So before you have to use any template to create page, you have to enable it. And how you will enable it? Just click on this and you have to enable it. Till the time you won't enable it and it is in draft state, you cannot use it to create pages. So it is in draft state because we are still working on it. So here you can see you have the title component at the top where you can write anything, like we are considering it as an header. So here we can write like this is my header. Just simple text. Otherwise, you can use any header or any component which helps you define your header. Similarly, this is my footer. Here again, I'm using a simple text component, but you can use any component that helps you define the footer of your page. Now, this work is what I am doing on the template, and my role as a developer ended over here where I created this template type. Okay. Now my role as an author, or basically you can say as a template author, has started, where I can now design my template on the basis of template type that developer created. So here, I as a template author, here I will get three things: structure, initial, layout. So layout is basically tell you again the same, that how your template will look on different pages or different devices. The important ones are the structure and the initial. So in structure is the most important. Here you define the structure of your template. So here, if you say you have multiple options, you can see one option you have log, and here also you can see you have log, and between this you have the responsive grid where you can add any component. So here, as of now, you can add only one component. Let's do one thing. Let's firstly create a page out of this template. So here, let's go. Let me go to this hierarchy. Sorry. Yeah. Let me just delete this page, the test page, and let's create a new page. Okay. Inside over here, let me just create a new page. So here, while creating the page, you can see, okay, so just a minute. I think Maxi Store. Okay, send Maxi Store. Okay, so there's as of now no page. So if I will try to create any page, and you will see you are only getting the old template. Why you are not getting the new template is because you have not enabled it. So what you can do is you can click and you can enable, and here it turned into green. That means you can now use it to create pages. Now if I will refresh it, you can see you started getting your template as well to create pages. So let me just select this, and let me just place this over here, and let me move this over here. Okay, so let me name it as test page again, because I deleted the old page, the one that I created by using this name, and let me open this and close this, and let me open this. So here you can see, here I now as an author, I am getting all the details that I filled over here on this page. But unfortunately, I cannot edit anything, neither in the responsive grid I can add any component, because the responsive grid itself is not appearing. Okay. This is because now you as a template author has the rights to define which all things on the page created by using this template can be edited by the page authors. So now there are two categories of author. One is the template author, who will create this template by using the template type, and one is the page author. So basically we call them as the authors who create the page by using the templates. So as of now, why the page authors or normal authors are not able to edit any content on this page? Because on this template, what we have placed the restriction is that the lock is enabled. You can see that the lock is enabled. So by this lock, it means that the content of this template cannot be edited by on any page created by using this template. So if you want it to be enabled, just unlock this component. And if you will go over here, you will see that you can see your template. Yeah, and this is the default text of the title component that has now started appearing. In the same way, if I go to this responsive grid, here also you have the lock. Let me unlock this. I unlocked this and refresh this, and let's see if you are able to. Yeah, you can see you are able to place the components. You are now able to place the component. But let's say the template author still wants that the page author should not be able to change the content of the footer. So they will keep this lock as enabled. Okay. So this way, the template authors can define which all content defined in the template can be changed or unchanged by the page author. Okay.
Okay.
So here, Okay, next thing. So first thing we understood about this, that the template author can lock or unlock any component. Like here, let's say they say that, okay, even the header cannot be changed. So if I will go back and refresh your page, you will see that same text from the template will now start appearing again, and you cannot change it over here. So header and footer will remain as it is. You cannot change, but of course you can add any number of components. But here, unfortunately, I can only add this component. Why cannot I add other component? Now comes the concept of policies. So here we were seeing the policies. So here you have the templates, the template types, the templates, and here we have the policies. So these policies basically defines a lot of things, and one of them is it defines that which all components can be placed on your page created by using this template. So here we have this template, and here if I go, you can see this icon. Okay, you can see the title of this icon is policy. Here if I go to this policy, yeah, so here you have by default there is a policy that is Maxi Store default. So if you want to see where this Maxi Store default is stored, if you will go to this policy, here you can see there is already a policy that is Maxi Store, and the name of this should be Maxi Store default. Let me just confirm this thing. Yeah, so okay, so its name is Maxi Store form. So if I go over here, so there should be a policy with the name Maxi Store. Okay, there is only Maxi Store default. Where is the Maxi Store form? This is your policy. Okay, let's try to see over here. Yeah, so here you can see this is the policy Maxi Store default, and this is the policy that is appearing, or you can see over here. If you plan to create your new policy, so this policy helps you define. So here you can see the allowed components. So it basically helps you define which all components will be allowed from your, yeah. So by as of now, you can see only template using all other template also using the, okay, this policy. So let's firstly plan to create a new policy. Let's say, let's give it a name, new Maxi Store policy. Okay, so I will give it a name, new Maxi policy. Okay, and let's say which all components are allowed to be used on this. So let's search over here, Maxi specific. Okay, Maxi admin, Maxi article, Maxi general. Okay, and let's just save it. And if I go to CRXD, here your new policy would have been created. So if I go, here you can see there is a policy, and here the components have been set over here. So these are the components that we said are allowed to be used as part of this responsibility. Now, till now, we were only able to add the form container, but if I refresh this now, you should be able to add a lot of other components, the one that we just allowed. So here you can see all the Maxi general, all the components is what I'm able to use now, because I created a new policy, and here this is the policy icon. Okay, and in this policy I said, so this is the new policy that I created, and these were all the components that we allowed. Now, one more thing in this is about this was about the structure, which defines the structure of your page. The second thing is about the initial content. In the initial content, basically you can give an initial content to your page. So here, okay, so always remember, see, there are two things. One is the structure and the initial thing. The main benefit of using editable templates as compared to the static template which we were having previously is that, consider, okay, you have designed the page. You have designed hundred of pages by using the template. Like the template helps you define the header and footer, and between that, the content is what is being defined by you. Okay. Now consider that there is a change that has to be done on all the hundred of pages, and the change is common. Now, what you will be doing is, of course, the best is the best. It it won't be good that you will go to all those hundreds of pages and you will be changing it over there. That will be a very huge task and very time-consuming task. Okay, so best in these cases is that you should change, or you should make the change inside the template, and all the pages, hundred of pages that have been created by using that template would automatically inherit that change. Okay, so this thing is possible with editable template, but was not possible with static templates. So before editable templates, when we were using static template, it was not possible that any change that you do inside the static template would not get reflected on all the pages that have already been created by using that static template. So if you have 100 pages that have been already been created by using that static template, and you decide to make a change in that static template, so all those 100 of pages would not take that change. So the relationship between static template and the pages created by using that static template is static. Like you can say they are not related once the pages are created. But that's not the case with editable template. So with editable template, the relationship is dynamic. And this is the major benefit of editable template, is that any change that you will make in your editable template will get reflected in your page as well. Like here, you have this page created. Now consider, okay, I will tell you about this initial content in a minute. So this, I will go to the structure, and let's say that in this structure, you want to add some more component. So let's say, just a minute. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, now, like we saw as well, that now if I change the content of any of this component, that change will also get reflected on your pages as well. So this is the page, or maybe 100 of pages I have. If I change the text on header and footer, that change would be reflected on your page as well. So that was not possible with static templates. And also if I add any new component, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, just a minute. Why I am not able to add a component? This is allowed component. I got this. Let me just refresh this. This is layout. Okay, let's just put some component like image component, and let's try to use an image over here. From here I can use the image. Why I'm not able to edit this? Why I'm not able to edit this inside the initial? I added this component, but I'm okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I can now if I add any image. Mm, why it did not show any? Okay. Delete this. I am not allowed to. Don't know. What's this? Let me use some other component. Let's put some simple component. Text component. Pretty simple. Okay, and let me add some text. Hello. Editable component. Okay, so I added this. Now, if I go to the structure, so it only showed me this. Okay. Okay. So in the initial, you added this, but this change will not be available on the pages that is already created. So if I refresh this change that you did in the initial part would not be there on the pages. So initial part actually helps you defining the initial content of your pages. So any change that you want to be reflected on all the pages that have already been created by using that template should be done inside the structure part. This structure part, basically, here if you will do any changes, all the 100 of pages already created by using this will have the content changed. But the initial content that you added over here, this will not appear on the existing pages, but if you will create any new page, that will get that content. So here, okay, if you will create any new page, let me just I have to go back and again create a new page. What happened? Now if I will go and inside the Maxi store, so here inside the EM, if let me create a new test page by using this only template, and let's do next. Okay, and let me just create it. And let's open this and let me, yeah. Now it's over here. So initial content, basically this part actually tells you what will be the initial or the starting or basically the initial content of your pages. But any pages that have already been created would not get that content. If you want that all the pages should have an updated content, so basically you would have to use the structure part for that. So here inside the structure, you can do that, or basically you can update the content and that content will be added on all the pages. Another is if you want to add altogether new component which should be added on all the pages, then you have to update your uh like yeah, means for that you have to again update the template and then update the template type. Sorry, again update the template type and then the template.
Okay.
Okay. So we it's a bit confusing, but as of now, see, to understand this, more understand this, just for now, know the task of a developer is to create template type.
Okay.
Templates are being created by using the template type, which is the responsibility of template authors, and then by using this template, you create pages. Policies is where you define the policy of your page. Like here, we created this policy, which says that okay, these are the components which should be allowed on that particular template or that particular part of the template. Now here is our policy. This policy is generically created in the inside the policy folder, but our templates were created below the template folder. So what happens is our templates which are placed below this template folder would be reflecting this or would be referring this policy. If I will go below this template, you have the policy over here. So what this policy would be doing is it would be referring the policy we just created. So the policy, the new policy that we created, if you remember that, actually gets created below the policy folder. And from inside our template, we also have a policy folder from where it will get reflected. So if you create any new policy, it will be created at a generic location and then it can be referred from inside multiple templates. I know it's a bit confusing, and like every time, like whenever tries to firstly understand the template concept, they get confused. Always remember to create the template types, just take an existing one and add the templates that you want, add the more component that you wanted on that template and start, and then you as a developer, your job is done. So template type is what you will create. Then the templates out of that will be created by using template author, and then finally the pages will be created by using the templates. So you will be only be creating template types. See what happens is you will only best is that you should only check in this template types. This template and policy should be a part of your content. Your code will be the template type. There is a lot more in templates. I am not going that much deep because I know it confuses a lot. So by the time you will go, you will understand or you will learn more, like you will be able to correlate the more of the things. As of now, this thing is enough. You can go through some like firstly like digest this session of templates